I am back to play another WWF trivia game. In the last one of this WWF Attitude Era in Review trivia game, I did not do good at all. I got 12 out of 25 right, a losing effort. So we're going to try and do better than that this time. Again, the cards look like this. There are 5 questions on the front, and these are the stack of questions I did last time. There are 5 questions on the front, and then each of it has the 5 answers on the back. So for the sake of this video, I'm only going to answer 1 question on each card and then move to the next one. That way we do not have to answer 5 questions before we get our answer, because I don't want to look at the answers and then go back and answer a question when I just saw the answer. That does not make sense. So we'll do 25 again. Let's mix these up. Hopefully I do better than last time. 12 out of 25 was not something I was proud of. For last time, I did read off the 3rd question of each card. And I'm going to do the same again. So I got my new stack here, and then this is my old stack. So I'm going to keep that off to the side. That way we have no repeats. But it looked like the first question on each card was all multiple choice, and I didn't want to have multiple choice questions. Even though I probably should have last time. I would have done better than 12 out of 25. But yeah, I'm trying to redeem myself here. Hopefully do better than 12 out of 25. Last time I said I wanted to get 20 out of 25. We fell well short of that. So this time I just want to get positive. I don't want to have a more wrong than I have right. So let's hope we do that this time. So I'll read the question, think it over, give my answer, and we'll see how we do here. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. Let's mix it up again, because that first one I just saw was real easy, and I didn't want to do that one. All right, let's see. Okay. Who was the youngest Intercontinental Champion in history? These are dated. Let's see if we can get this in the video here. These are dated 2001 Titan Sports. The answer to this is Jeff Hardy. But I don't know if he won it before 2001. I want to say no. So who would he have broken? I don't want to do the cheap way here and say Jeff Hardy and it be wrong and then be like, "Well, but really he is." That feels cheap knowing that I know this was made in 2001. But I don't think I'm going to be able to think of who it is. So I'm just going to do it. Hopefully it happened before. I don't think he won it before 2001. I'd imagine he was still Team Extreme. Yeah, because when did TLC at Mania and stuff happen? That was probably around the 01 time period. Yeah, I think it's not Jeff Hardy, but I'm not going to be able to think of who it is. Let me see. Let me give myself another second as I get ready to write my right and wrongs here. Youngest Intercontinental Champion in history. I'm just gonna say Jeff Hardy just because I can't think of it, but it's not gonna be Jeff Hardy. Oh wow, it's The Rock. So Jeff Hardy broke The Rock's. So I got 1 wrong. 0 for 1. Question number 2: who won the first Hell in a Cell match? It would have been between Shawn and Taker, and the fact that I can't think of who won this is insane. Kane is Kiss where Kane debuted, so it would have had to have been Shawn who won. Who won the first? Shawn Michaels. That's my final answer. Who won the first Hell in a Cell match? Shawn Michaels. Okay, there we go. Got that one right. Shawn Michaels. 1 for 2. I might end up overthinking these because I want to do better than last time. So I might overthink these and end up embarrassing myself and making it even worse, but hopefully not. Question number 3. Who sang America the Beautiful at WrestleMania 10? WrestleMania 10 would have been 85, 86, 7, 8, 9, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 94. Who sang America Beautiful at 90? I'm not going to get this. Why am I think like Aretha Franklin sung it once, or she sung something, and that's just a name that stands out. So I'm just going to say Aretha Franklin. Who sang America Beautiful at WrestleMania? Aretha Franklin. Little Richard. Perfect. One of three. Question number 4. As a member of the Islanders in the late 80s, who did Haku tag team with? As a member of the Islanders in the late 80s, who did Haku tag team with? This should be super easy. When you put yourself on the spot, it makes it way harder. Why can't I think of this? Why is this not coming to my mind? The Islanders was Haku, and was it Fatu? Because it would have been. Is it Fatu? Because Rikishi. I'm gonna say Fatu. No, Samu. Oh my god, it's a I always confuse the Samoans. Haku and Samu. Haku and Fatu. Samu. I'm gonna say Samu. Final answer. Tama. Idiot. 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 1 of 4. We're off to a tremendous start. I don't know how I could. That seemed like an easy one. I should have. Whatever. Let's just move on. Which superstar is known as Stone Cold? Thank you so much. A very easy one. Which superstar is known as Stone Cold? That would obviously be Stone Cold Steve Austin. Steve Austin, final answer. And there we go. 2. 2 of 5. How did I not get that Islanders one? That's an embarrassing one. Who was the first 8-time tag team champion with multiple partners? Who was the first 8-time tag team champion with multiple partners? 8's a lot. Back in 2001, 8-time tag team champion. And with multiple partners. That's standing out, so it's not. I don't think Brett or Anvil got 8. I don't think like a Davey. No. Oh man. And for the sake of not wanting to make this video 40 minutes long, I'm gonna try and answer them in a swift fashion, and I'm just saying that as an excuse, acting as if I would have had more time. I would have came up with this answer. Probably wouldn't have, but 8-time tag team champion with multiple partners by 2001. That seems like so many for Brett. I don't think it's Brett, but that's who I'm gonna go with. Who was the first-time tag team? First 8-time tag. I'm going Bret. Oh, yeah. Let's just go Bret Hart. Billy Gunn, 8 by. That's impressive. I didn't think it was gonna be someone that recent. I was thinking possibly like an Edge, but when it said multiple partners, that's kind of what threw me off of that. Definitely wouldn't have got Billy Gunn. All right, so we're 2 of 6. Perfect. What former superstar was also an accountant? It seems like it's a trick question. The obvious mind goes to IRS. Erwin R. Shyster. Did they make that gimmick because he was an accountant? I'm going to go IRS. Erwin R. Shyster. What former superstar was also an accountant? Erwin R. Shyster. There we go. Boom. Got it. 3 right. We'll take it. 3 out of 3 right, 4 wrong. Okay, so question 8. XFL official Dick Butkus appeared as a special referee at what Federation pay-per-view? Again, I'm not good with the events and dates. It's obviously going to be, I'd imagine it has to be one of the big 4. I can't remember Dick Butkus being special referee, but it would have been like a SummerSlam, a Rumble, a Mania. Would it have been the Lawrence Taylor Bigelow thing? I don't remember if a special guest referee. Obviously, it's not a match I go back and watch often. Dick Butkus, but that's gotta. And are they asking for the actual if I say WrestleMania and it's a specific number? Do they want that? And same if I say SummerSlam, are they gonna ask for a specific year? So I think either way, I technically am going to get this wrong just because I'm not going to get the year. and I would feel wrong giving myself the point if it does have like the year listed. Hopefully it doesn't. I'm just gonna say, yeah, I don't think it was. I can't remember if they did anything else with football players leading up to or after the Lawrence Taylor and Bigelow. But I'm just gonna say SummerSlam. XFL official Dick Butkus appeared as a special referee at what Federation pay-per-view? I'm saying SummerSlam. It says WrestleMania Z, not WrestleMania Z. But got it wrong either way, and that's fine by me because I wouldn't have, if it was SummerSlam and it ended up saying like SummerSlam in the year, I wouldn't have gave myself the point just because that would have felt wrong, and I definitely wouldn't have gotten WrestleMania Z. So we'll just take the L there. So we're 3 right, 5 wrong. What is the name of the Federation voter registration campaign? I am not going to get this. What is the name of the Federation voter registration campaign? There's not a chance. I don't even know where to begin. Voter registration campaign for the Federation. No, I don't. Literally zero idea. Zero idea whatsoever. I'm trying to think if it would be off of someone's catchphrase or if it would be off one of their slogans, but I just can't come up with anything. What is the name of the Federation voter registration campaign? And no, literally no idea. Not vote or die. That's all I know. Yeah, I can't come up with anything. So this is going to be an automatic wrong. Oh my God. Smack down the vote. Smack down the vote. I would not have gotten that no matter how long I thought about it, but the fact that I couldn't even come close to even thinking about that doesn't make me happy. Got that wrong. That's again, I wouldn't have got that no matter how long I sat here and thought about it. At least I don't think. But that's something I feel like I should have been able to come up with, but there just was no chance today. Not doing good. We are 3 right, 6 wrong. So this is question 10 here. Who was the first female Intercontinental Champion? I don't know. Some names from that time period would have been like Wendy Richter, Judy Martin. There was another name that I see a bunch floating around in this book I'm reading from like the 80s. Judy Martin, Wendy Richter. I'm just gonna go with one of them. And Wendy Richter would be the one to like be the more obvious one. I think just for the sake of that, because if I say Judy Martin and it's Wendy Richter, I'd be more upset. So I think just for the sake of that, Wendy Richter, Judy Martin. I'm going Wendy Richter. Who was the first female Intercontinental Champion? Wendy Richter. Oh my God, I completely didn't misread, just misunderstood this question. I was literally going to say I did not know there was an Intercontinental Women's Champion beforehand, and there wasn't. There was no Intercontinental Champion beforehand. They mean the actual Intercontinental title. And if I would have had that right mind of thinking instead of thinking, there was a Women's Intercontinental Champion beforehand, I would have got this right. But the fact that I overthought it and thought that there was an Intercontinental Champion beforehand for women that I did not know about, the answer is China. If I would have not overthought this, and that's a bad one. That is a bad one. China. That's one I should have got. That's an easy one. That's one where I overthought it and made myself look stupid and got one wrong. We're not on a good pace here. We got 3 right and we got 7 wrong, so we're 3 for 10. We might do worse than we did last time. Yeah, last time we got 12 right, 13 wrong. This time we have 3 right and 7 wrong already. We gotta redeem ourselves. Who was the special guest referee for Andre's match against Jake Roberts at WrestleMania 5? I don't recall this at all. I've went back and watched every single WrestleMania, and this is just not something I recall. In the last video, I think there's 2 WrestleMania 5 questions I got wrong. So after these, I might have to go back and watch WrestleMania 5 just to make sure that if any of these other questions pop up, I'm more well versed on these. Who was the special guest referee for Andre's match against Jake Roberts at WrestleMania 5? For some reason, DiBiase is popping to mind. I don't know if that's just because of the little bit of interaction he had with Andre. I'm trying to think of people who might have been feuding with Jake. I'd imagine in this match here, WrestleMania 5, I imagine Andre would be the heel here and Jake would be the babyface. I'm gonna go DiBiase because of that. I don't know when they had like their. I can't pinpoint like the year that like DiBiase and Andre kind of did their thing together. But I'm gonna go Ted DiBiase, who was a special guest referee for Andre's match against Jake. Or is it gonna be a celebrity? Ooh, Alice Cooper popped to mind. But I think Alice Cooper's Mania stuff. I don't think he was a special referee. I think he was kind of more just like a tag along. I'm down to DiBiase and Alice Cooper. I honestly hope it's neither of them, because if it's the one I say opposite of the other, I'm going to be upset. I don't remember seeing any video clips of Alice Cooper getting down and counting any pinfalls. I can't recall that whatsoever. So I'm going to go Ted DiBiase, who was a special guest referee for Andre's Mania match against Jake Roberts at WrestleMania 5. Ted DiBiase, final answer. Big John Studd. At least it wasn't either of them. I like that better than it being one of them. But we're doing terrible. I don't even want to talk about it. Let's just jump right into the next one. Who did Brooklyn Brawler Steve Lombardi face in his Federation debut back in 1984? And we're going to do worse than last time. 3 right, 8 wrong, and this is going to be 9 wrong. I have no idea. Brooklyn Baller Steve Lombardi face in his Federation debut. I remember seeing something recently, or reading something recently, of someone having their debut match versus Brooklyn Brawler, but there's not a chance I get who Brooklyn Brawler debuted against. I want to say it was. I've been reading a lot of wrestling books recently, so I might be confusing some of the stories, but I know for sure someone's book I read recently, his debut match was against the Brooklyn Brawler. I'm not gonna get who the Brooklyn Brawler debuted. 84. I'm just gonna Tito Santana. Brooklyn Brawler. Yeah, Tito Santana. Final answer. SD Jones, Special Delivery Jones. This is perfect. We're doing great. 3 right, 9 wrong. Question number, 3 right, 8, 12. Question number 13. Demolition lost the tag title to what twosome on Saturday night's main event? Demolition lost the tag title to what twosome on Saturday night's main event? This is just this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Saturday night's main event for I don't think they were ever tag champions, but no, they weren't tag champions, the Mega Powers. But for some reason, a Hogan and Savage match versus Demolition feels like it might have happened. It's not going to be them. Oh yeah, Demolition would have been after that. All these questions are getting my mind in a loop that I just can't figure out. Demolition lost the tag title to what twosome on Saturday night's main event? I'm not going to get this. Let's just go the Natural Disasters. The Brainbusters. Perfect. 10 wrong, 3 right. 10 wrong, 3 right. Question number 14. Where is Stone Cold Steve Austin from? Thank you. Victoria, Texas. I know that. I know. I'm confident in this. I'm giving myself the point already because I know it's Victoria, Texas. Victoria, Texas. We'll take that one. 4 right, 10 wrong. In what year did Kurt Angle debut in the Federation? It has to be 98. It has to be 1998. He won Olympic gold in 96. I read his book recently too. Ooh, nah, he wasn't the one who debuted against a brawler. Was he? I don't know. I read Kurt Angle's book recently. He won Olympic gold in 96. That would have been the Summer Olympics, so July to August time period. I don't think there's any chance he debuted right away because in his book he said he kind of after winning Olympic gold kind of went on like a tour and run of I'm an Olympic gold medalist, book me wherever you can. He went on like Regis and stuff. He just did like the television route, did some of that stuff for a few months. And then he like it's definitely not 90. It has to be 1998. What year did Kurt Angle debut in the Federation? 1998. Final answer. Oh no, even later. 1999. Man, maybe I should have kept thinking about what he said in the book and gotten through it because he had the ECW thing where he went and then they did the cross stuff with Raven and Sandman. 99. Man, that's one I could have and should have had. 11 wrong, 4 right. Who was Undertaker's opponent in the 1996 Boiler Room Brawl? Mankind. Mankind, Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, Dude Love. It had to be Mankind at the time. Yeah, Mankind Boiler Room Brawl because he would do his promos down in there. Mankind. Mankind. There we go. Thank you. Easy one. These might be all easy for you guys, but clearly not for me. 5 right, 11 wrong. Question 17. Yeah, that maths. 11 wrong, 5 right. That's 16 down. So we're on 17. Who did Randy Savage defeat at WrestleMania 4 to win the vacant Federation title? Thank you. An easy one. It's Ted DiBiase. They did the tournament. This might have been the tournament stuff because of the Andre thing, because it was vacant because Andre won it, and then DiBiase bought it off of him. Then they ran the tournament. Andre was in the tournament with Hogan, but they had like a double DQ or double disqualification. Savage defeated Ted DiBiase at WrestleMania 4 to win the vacant Federation title. I'm confident in that one. Ted DiBiase, thank you. 6 right. We might be going on a run here. 11 wrong, 6 right. Who was the leader of the Brood? Gangrel, Edge and Christian. Gangrel was the leader. Confident. Gangrel. There we go. That's 3 straight, I think. 7, 18. Question 19. Who was the first superstar to defend the Intercontinental title at back-to-back WrestleManias? Who was the first superstar to defend the Intercontinental title at back-to-back WrestleManias? Just because of his long run, Honky Tonk pops to mind. Shawn's been Intercontinental Champion multiple times, and in that time period would kind of make sense. Because Shawn vs. Razor was at WrestleMania 10. I might just go Honky Tonk Man just because of that one long reign and just kind of hope that both WrestleManias fell within that reign. But I wouldn't know who his opponents were. But I'm just going to go Honky Tonk Man because I don't want to overthink this and I don't want to spend too long on it. Who was the first superstar to defend the Intercontinental title back-to-back WrestleManias? I'm going Honky Tonk Man. Oh, that's Randy Savage. I don't think I would have. That's a name that if I would have kept thinking about it, that's a name that would have like popped to my mind, but I wouldn't have been able to finalize it and like settle down on him. I don't think. 5, 6, 7, 12. 7 right, 12 wrong. So I have to get every single run right here just to be positive. Don't think it's going to happen, but we'll see. Who were the youngest tag team champions in history? Again, this is dated 2001. Just because they were so young, I'm leaning Hardy Boys because Jeff debuted when he was 16. Obviously, he wasn't. He was just a jobber and stuff. Um, I imagine they're doing combined age here. I'm gonna go the Hardy Boys because I'd have to imagine 98, 99. They would have had a tag run, and they both would have been early 20s. Yeah, I'm going the Hardy Boys. Who were the youngest tag team champions in history? Matt and Jeff, the Hardy Boys. Final answer: the Hardy Boys. Yes. Okay, we're still in it. Can still finish positive. 8 right, 12 wrong. Where did WrestleMania 15 take place? And I think this is where it ends. I'm bad with locations. Um, WrestleMania 15. I don't. The way to get to this would be to narrow it down and try and think of what the main event was, and then think of where that city could have been. But WrestleMania 15. Ooh, is this? This might be Philadelphia. Was WrestleMania 15 the Tyson involvement? Or was it WrestleMania 15 feels like it has to be. I'm thinking Philly or Boston. WrestleMania 99 was in Philadelphia. I'm almost certain of that. So let me backtrack and do the math. 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. That brings me to 15. I'm saying Philadelphia because I'm confident WrestleMania 99 was in Philadelphia and WrestleMania 15 should have been in 99. So I'm going Philadelphia. Final answer. Yes, Philadelphia. Got that down. I don't. Was that might have been? I think that had to be the Austin Shawn with the Tyson involvement. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking right now. All right, so I got 5, 9 right, 12 wrong. So question 9 right, 12 wrong. Question 22. What rank did Shawn Michaels' father retire from the Air Force as? What kind of question is this? Oh my God, Titan Sports. Why would I know that? Why would I care? What rank did Shawn Michaels' father retire from the Air Force as? I don't even know ranks of the Air Force. Are they the same as like Marines? Like lieutenants, generals, captains? I'm just gonna say captain because I lieutenant and general for Air Force seems like that might not be a thing, but captain seems like it could be. So I'm just gonna say captain. What rank? Oh, it looks like this card is all Shawn Michaels questions. It looks like. What rank did Michael's father retire? What sport did Shawn become the captain? Yeah, I'm saying captain, and I just saw it too, but it wasn't captain. He was a full colonel. I'm not gonna know about Mr. Hickenbottom. 5, 9 right, 13 wrong. So I can only match what I did last time. Last time I was 12 right, 13 wrong. So I got to get these next 3 right just to match that terrible score. So hopefully we do it. And it doesn't look like we're going to do it. Who was Triple H's opponent at the first Armageddon in 1999? It feels like I've said this a bunch of times, but I'm terrible with the dates and like event year wise. I know Armageddon 07 or 08 was when Jeff Hardy became champ. Who was Triple H's opponent at the first Armageddon in 99? Okay, I watched Backlash 99 recently, and his opponent in that one, unless this would, because I went back and watched like all the Backlashes, so I might be confusing it here, but I think Backlash 99 Triple H versus X-Pac was the match. So I don't think he would have like jumped to Austin Rock level quite yet. But then I'm going to have a tough time of thinking who it might be. Who was Triple H's opponent at the first Armageddon in 99? I don't think it's going to be like a Austin, a Rock, a Taker. Who could have been like IC champ around? Well, The Rock. Their ladder match wasn't. I might go Rock. No, because Backlash 99 was Rock versus Austin for the title. And Shane was the ref. I'm not going to get this. Oh, no. I think I'm just going to go. I'm doing worse than last time. Who was Triple H's opponent at the first Armageddon? I'm just going to say. Because I imagine Armageddon used to be a later in the year pay per view. So, like November, December ish. So, if he was feuding with X Pac earlier in the year, I'm overthinking this because I'm not going to be able to get it. So, I'm just going to guess. I'm going to guess either Rock Austin or Taker. It wouldn't have been Kurt Angle. Could it have been Kurt? No. I'm going The Rock. Triple H's opponent at the first Armageddon in '99. I am going The Rock. Vince McMahon. Gotta be honest, that popped into my head for 1 second when I mentioned that Shane was the ref at Backlash, but not a chance I would have gotten it. So we are definitely getting more wrong than we're getting right this time by a good margin. 9 right, 5, 10, 14 wrong, 23. So we got 2 more questions to go. Who was named King of Wrestling when Harley Race retired in '88? I don't think I'm going to get this. Who was named King of Wrestling when Harley Race retired in '88? Lawler pops to mind, but '88, he was the king before that. I don't think it would have been Flair. I'm trying to think, would it have been someone who like had a feud with Harley and like kind of took over it, or is this just completely unrelated? Who was named King of Wrestling when Harley Race retired? I'm gonna get this wrong, and I'm negative already, so I'm not gonna worry about trying too hard to get this. I'm just gonna say Jerry Lawler, but he was the king well before '88. But I'm just gonna say Jerry Lawler. Haku would have never got that. Yeah, Haku. Had to double check and make sure they just didn't have the answer in the wrong spot like they did last time. But yeah, Haku, King of Wrestling, '88. I wouldn't have got that. I don't even know who Haku teamed with in the Islanders. So there we are. 5, 10, 15, 24. This is the last question. Hardcore Crash and Molly Holly are related in what way? So this is obviously gimmick storyline, and then it's assuming it would be cousins. Because Hardcore. Oh, wait, is it? Okay, yeah. They're saying Hardcore Crash. So Hardcore Holly, Crash Holly, and Molly Holly are related in what way? Cousins. Easy enough, right? Somehow it's going to be wrong. Hardcore Crash and Molly Holly are related in what way? They are cousins. They're cousins. There we go. At least we ended on a correct answer. At least we ended on getting one right. I'll take that. This was worse than last time. I clearly have to study up on my history. I thought I've been doing a good job with that, with reading a bunch of books. But I am not pleased with the results of both of these videos. Last time I got 12 right, 13 wrong. This time I got 10 right and 15 wrong. So out of the 50 questions so far, 5, 10, 15, 20, 22. 22 right, 28 wrong is my record out of 50 right now. Again, this video 10 right, 15 wrong. Only up from here, I guess. I think I might just keep doing this until I get positive once, and then back out on it then. But yeah, it was fun again. I always love doing wrestling trivia stuff. I obviously like getting more right than I get wrong, so it could have been much funner if I was performing well, which I haven't been. But yeah, fun time. Likely do it again. Gonna go until I get it positive, I guess. But yeah, that was the Attitude Era in Review trivia game. They are dated from 2001. So clearly, some of the questions are pre-Attitude Era. And I knew that going in this time, so I can't use that as an excuse this time. But we did poor again. Hopefully, we do better next time. And yeah, just see you in the next one.